You can turn your phone.
Sir, dito ka lang naman sa ano na.
Okay.
Sa Facebook ko yung internet para lalapitan kanina na.
Pag ano, pag wala ako dito, so tawagin niyo lang sila.
Sige.
May ibang kabubang cellphone wala. Tawagan mo.
Yun na, parang yun na.
Yan na yun sa'yo. Live mo yun. Hindi na pala eh. Tinalo siya, sabi ko. Tinalo siya.
Welcome back at Century Park Hotel. Yes.
We're on Facebook Live. Please say hi to everyone.
Hello everyone, I'm at Century Park Hotel. We are waiting for something very big later of their beautiful lady and they watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marcia. Hindi ka naman ano? Mahila siya.
Masaway eh.
Sila mo siya. kay Sir George. Kasi nagpagawa ng name place cards. Do you want to see my face? Turn camera around please though. Honey? Honey ba? Gitna daw.
Pero, kahit anong camera yung ginagamit ko na.
May Sony kaya ata.
Hindi, wala. Pero may ginagamit ako to. May ginagamit rin ako camera. So, scan. Fuji, Sony. Naka-mirrorless ka na ba? Diba?
Ay, nabenta ko na kaluluwa.
Ikot na natin. Bakit nga pa siya Mary?
Rolling ka naman.
Ay, asan yun? Ito?
Bakit pa siya? Naka-HDR po na. Or sa Facebook po yung ito. Wi-Fi ba or inok ko lang. Kaya ba natin punasan na ano? Comment kaya, we're starting soon. Para ma-play it with mga founders.
Ladies are still preparing. Ladies are still preparing.
When will it commence? We're gonna see. Natatanong niya. Comienza. Okay. What time will it happen? What time will it start? Inantay ko tayo mga judges. Sabi? Sabi nung lady. Sige, susunod.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to request everyone to please find their seats and settle down. We will begin the show shortly. Once again, we would like to request everyone to please find their seats and settle down. The show is about to begin. Thank you.
Sige, tumabi ka dyan sa tokong pa rin. Wala, hindi yata punta sa Ted.
Pero yung una akong ganito ano, sa beach. Sabi ko.
Hindi. Ah? Okay.
Ay! Oh! Yasmin.
Ano yun?
Yasmin's really nice.
Good. Princess daw po. May text. Mawala. Hindi ko lang. Thesis ko yun?
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to request everyone to please settle down. We would also like to invite our distinguished judges to please take your seats in front. Thank you.
Ilan na?
87.
Nasagot mo.
Saan? Sagot ka ni Shanay.
Sandra, hello. Thank you, sir.
Switch.
Sige. Ay, sorry. Sige. Sige po, sige. Sorry, mama. Okay ka lang.
Oh, sorry. That's her.
Saan ka na nag-start?
Ha? Dito?
Oo. Talaga. Ilang buwan mo? Ngayong taon lang mo.
Oo.
Nagkwentuhan.
Sorry.
Dito na ulit.
Wala ba ang comment? Pantay. Pantay?
Dito na. Ma'am Sandra. Thank you. No problem. My pleasure. Success factor. Yes. Would you like to stand or what? Okay. I was just I should have said good cut.
event, the Miss Earth 2019 National Costume Competition. Good evening once again to everyone, and I'd like to give a special shout out to all of our friends watching us via the Facebook live streaming of the Miss Earth page. Thank you so much for your continued support, and of course, without your support, Miss Earth wouldn't be where it is right now. I know all of you are excited. You know, I've been seeing this special show for so many years now, but each year I still get so amazed with the colorful traditions of different countries that we see with a mere outfit. Actually, we shouldn't just call it a mere outfit because it's really very special. But before I proceed, I would like to give a special shout out and acknowledge the presence of our hosts this evening. Please put your hands together for Dr. Lucia Tan and Ms. Carmen Tan and family. Good evening, sir. And also, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the wonderful and energetic and tirelessly working people who are behind Miss Earth. Please give your loudest applause to the following: to the president of Carousel Productions Incorporated, Mr. Ramon Monzon. Our beloved executive vice president, Miss Lorraine Shook. She's behind the most fantastic ideas you see in Miss Earth. So this is Miss Lorraine Shook. And our Vice President and Project Director, Miss Pichi Veneracion. And of course, we also have with us this evening, and she's wearing the crown that all our 85 delegates are eyeing this year. Please also acknowledge the presence of our Miss Earth 2018, Miss Phung Can from Vietnam. We're also joined, I see right beside her, is our Miss Earth from the Philippines, Miss Karen Ibasco, who also represented our country in the Climate Change Conference in New York. And speaking about environmental activities, did you know that this year's host for United Nations Climate Change Convention is no other than a country very close to heart? Why is it close to my heart? Because during my year in Miss Earth, the lady who won the crown of Miss Earth 2006 is from his country. So I would like to share with you, or introduce to you our next speaker. Our first speaker, rather. He has served at the Consulate of Chile in Belgrade and at the embassies of Chile and Venezuela, Argentina, Peru, and the mission of Chile to international organizations based in Geneva. At the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, he held positions in the Directorate for International and Human Security, South American Affairs Division, North American Affairs Division, the Directorate of Special Policy, and Directorate of Ceremonial and Protocol. To tell us more about what's happening for COP25 this year, one of the most important environmental events happening each year, please welcome His Excellency Jose Miguel Capdevila.
Dear friends, we salute Carousel Productions for the convening of a new edition of Miss Earth 2019 in Manila. This contest will bring about representatives of 19 countries from all over the world to showcase the beauty, the personal qualities, and cultural traits of the nations. But also, they embody the compromise to promote environmental awareness, something that lies in the principle that inspires and has guided this beauty pageant since its inception. The matching between beauty and youth at the service of a noble cause, such as the protection of the environment, is indeed an important contribution to the global efforts to fight climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, As we all know, our house, the planet Earth, the one and only we have, is in serious peril of extinction. Climate change and the carbon emissions being indiscriminately launched for decades over the atmosphere is taking its toll by the minute as we speak. Deforestation, drought, melting of glaciers, rising sea levels, disappearing of biodiversity, ecosystems being depleted, along with toxic waste being dumped in oceans and rivers and highly polluted cities, frame the reality that we as human beings, inhabitants of this spaceship we call Earth, are facing with bewilderment. The last report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, released a couple of days ago, which is a body integrated by independent experts and scientists from various countries, has warned the international community that unless decisive action is taken to substantially diminish and neutralize global warming caused by climate change, the planet Earth will face a point of no return. That is to say that if we do not reach the benchmark set by the experts of 1.5 Celsius centigrade of world's temperature with respect to pre-industrial records, the level of destruction of the environment will be unstoppable and definite. So what is the international community, along with the United Nations, doing about to tackle this global threat? In essence, to be more ambitious as to the goals of mitigation and adaptation to the global warming agreed on the Paris Agreement 2015. Also, by transforming the way countries produce, reducing substantially the use of carbon emissions and switching to clean, renewable energies such as solar, wind, or geothermals.
Amazing.
For instance, Chile is in the process of closing down the carbon-led thermoelectric plants and increasing drastically the level of renewable energies to produce electricity. Electromobility is another step by resupplying our public transport with electric buses and cars, as well as declaring safe havens big chunks of our ocean and coastal seas. Similar strides are being taken by many countries all over the world, and we welcome them all. In the meantime, civil society worldwide is having its share in spreading the message to our governments and parliaments that decisive action is needed to cope with climate change, thus creating awareness for action. On a multilateral level, Chile is hosting next December the COP25 in Santiago, the most important gathering of presidents and heads of state, to discuss and negotiate collective responses to this global change. We sincerely hope that an agreement will be reached and that a clear compromise to fight climate change with more resolve and determination is to be the hallmark of the summit. My country is likewise ready and willing to work together with the Philippines on this global crusade aiming at timely preventing the worst case scenario. Looking ahead, collective action is not taking time. To close these words, I would like to quote what the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres uttered last week in New York, and I quote, "I do not want to become an accomplice to the destruction of the home where my grandsons are supposed to live." Well, ladies and gentlemen, neither do I nor the majority of mankind. I'm sure these beautiful queens representing many nations presented tonight in this pageant will be the messengers to bring about consciousness, hope, and compromise to this noble cause once they are back in their countries and hometowns. So be it. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, Ambassador Cabrera from Chile. Thank you very much. And just following on what His Excellency just said, this year Miss Earth actually embarked on a new campaign and it's called #MeAndMyTree. Basically, me stands for Miss Earth, or me can stand for, ourselves. And this is because we are underscoring the importance of tree planting and tree nurturing in helping save our depleting forests. Did anyone heard about the burning of the Amazons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should hear a greater
Yeah.
information than that. That's very good. If we're here, it's because cause for our love for Mother Earth, and we have to do something about what's happening to our planet. And alright, and on that note, I'd like to introduce to you our judges for this evening's occasion, and I begin with our first judge. He is a multi-awarded, internationally renowned fashion designer. His collection is frequently showcased in different international fashion weeks all over Asia and the Americas. He recently showcased his bridal collection in New York Fashion Week 2019 bridal edition last April. The designer, who have dressed up royalties, world leaders like prime ministers, and beauty queens. The creator of Miss Universe's Pia Wurtzbach's iconic royal blue gown. Very hard to forget. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Albert Andrada.
Oh my god, that's my mom.
He is a communications arts graduate of Ateneo de Manila University, a past president of the Fashion Designers Association of the Philippines, or FDAP. Founder of Body Shots Modeling Competition, he's an author of the coffee table book, Pinoy Dressing, Weaving Culture into Fashion. And he recently presented his latest Barong Tagalog collection for men and women. See, women can wear barongs too. At the New York Fashion Week Bridal 2019, please welcome Mr. Barge Ramos. We have a very capable board of judges this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our third judge, he's an international fashion designer now based in Manila. His fashion career began 30 years ago in San Francisco, where he owned several couture houses. For the past 15 years, he has catered to members of Manila high society, as well as diplomatic and entertainment communities. A cum laude graduate of the University of San Francisco and Academy of Art College, he spent 4 years designing clothes for the former president, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. And during his San Francisco years, he created clothes for actress Sharon Stone and several other celebrities. In 2016, he was named People Asia magazine as one of its Men Who Matter. Please welcome Mr. Ito Kurata. Our next judge is actually a registered nurse. See, beauties with a brain, with a heart for everyone. She speaks 5 languages, and she was crowned Miss Earth Air in 2009, after being crowned Miss Philippines Earth in 2009 as well. She's an international fashion model, and she was educated in New York. I last saw her in Veg Fest last year, where we are promoting meatless every day, not just meatless Mondays, but she's actually very Filipino. She's actually from Bacolod. Please welcome the designer and purveyor of Surabila Designs for Modest Fashion, Ms. Sandra Seifert. Our next judge, the co-founder and president of the creative energy of Leone Ethnica, an artisanal heritage fashion brand. She's a banker by profession, having worked in London, Indonesia, and the Philippines. She found her passion in working with communities and promoting culture by incorporating local handloom weaves into relevant fashion products for the modern Filipino. She nurtures a relationship with the Yakan people in Zamboanga City, her hometown. She has a master's in business management from the AIM and a proud Lasallian through and through. She's also a consultant for the International Finance Corporation, a member of the World Bank. And Leone Ethnica woman is deeply inspired by her love for family and country, motivated to celebrate Filipino artisans and let the Filipinos shine. Please welcome our next judge, Ms. Louie Lobregat. Our next judge is the Manila's premier jewelry designer, realtor and owner of Pacific Shores Resort and Subdivision. He's also a Rotarian and philanthropist. Please welcome Jerry Suna. Our next judge is a Manila-based fashion designer, and in 2018 2018, he ventured into a partnership and opened a satellite bridal sales office, the House of Moments, in Perth, Western Australia. One of the founding officers of the Designer Circle Philippines to present, and he has been dressing up celebrities and pageant beauty queens and candidates, and his works have been published locally and internationally. Please welcome Mr. Armand Marco. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our 7 judges who have the very difficult task of judging our 85 delegates for tonight based on their cultural attires for this evening. All right, we have one more judge. I'd like to acknowledge also Mr. Jeffrey Hernais, whose credentials I will read very thoroughly later on. Good evening. I'd also like to acknowledge our partners, Diamond Hotel Philippines, Century Park Hotel Manila, and Joy Nostalgia Hotel and Suites, our official hotels here in Manila, Viking Car Rentals, our official bus transport, Pacific Blue Transport, our official airport transfer. Would also like to thank the official makeup artists and hairstylists of Miss Earth and Vicky Reyes Chain of Salons, our official insurance provider, Coco Life, freedom to live your life. Of course, Miss Earth Foundation, setting a legacy for beauty and responsibility. Kitco Travel and Tours, Century Park Hotel Manila for being our hosts this evening, and Myra E. Achievang ganda mula umaga hanggang gabi with Myra E. sa halagang 12 pesos lang. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, having said that we have 85 delegates tonight, I will just manage our expectations. We have grouped these beautiful ladies according to their continent, so there will be 4 batches. So, without further ado, let's begin with our first group from the Africas. Yeah, number 1 is from Botswana. With Mara skirt and bonnets are all handmade. Beaded skin carved and drew for clothing known as letlao. Simple yet sophisticated traditional attire for Botswana. Natural and exquisitely handcrafted beads for ornaments as well as adornment. It boasts of our abundant livestock and careful attachment of beads. Speak to the diversity of our people, environment, and potential as a nation. My Botswana, my pride. Next we have Cameroon. Jessica Jumbi. Her national costume represents a queen of Africa because Cameroon is Africa in miniature. It is made by designer Chris Frias. It is made up of calabashes, costume was inspired by the Ghana coat of arms. The coat of arms symbolizes unity, strength, and freedom of their people. Her costume was created from 100% recycled materials. The bodysuit was made out of a flower bath and hand-painted with organic paints. The wings were made out of consumer products such as shampoo sachets and cookie wrappers. Her national costume ties to her advocacy, which proves that you can turn nothing or everything into anything beautiful. Ghana. Next we have from Kenya, Susan Kirui. The national costume is inspired by Wakanda, movement inspired by the movie Black Panther. It is designed to pay tribute to Kenya's tribal warriors. It intends to showcase Kenya's bravery, valor, and resilience. The leopard print cap with 2 P's signifies the bountiful wildlife with a big 5. They are lion, leopard, buffalo, rhino, and elephant in Kenya. The majestic headdress, anklet, and arm bracelet that is made out of coconut shells, beads, and feathers signifies the magnificence of Kenya's traditions and culture. With Maasai shield, signifying strength of the cradle of mankind. Designed by Albert Figueras, this is Kenya. Our next country is Liberia, represented by Georgia Bema. This costume is made out of the Liberian country cloth, hand-spun, hand-dyed, and hand-woven cotton, done in about 4 inches wide strips on a simple foot treadle loom. It bears the design of Liberian national seal, which holds the sacred history of Liberia from 1822. The symbols of the seal are obvious. A peace-bringing bird, the dove, arrives with a message from overseas granting its independence. The ship represents the arrival of the colonists, as does the national motto, "The love of liberty brought us here." Designed by Joshua Solomon, this isn't just an ordinary outfit to put on, but it's a historical archive of Liberia's birth. Liberia. Next we have Mauritius, Ganesha Rama. Mauritius is one of the most culturally rich islands of the earth. Mauritians of African origin, more commonly known as Mauritian Creole people, are Mauritians of partial or total East African descent. The larger Creole community includes the Coloreds, and the Creole community includes Christian Indians that have adopted a European Creole way of life. Each of these tribes has their own unique language, culture, faith, tradition, and way of life. This dress is very significant because it blends several cultures from their history, colorful as their diversity and the nation's unity. Mauritius. Next we have Susan Garland from Nigeria. This Edo costume is originating from Edo State of Nigeria. It's one of the richest dress cultures on the African continent, comprising of pinkish royal coral beads, representing the color of the earth clay. The coral headgear is a crown depicting royalty of the Benin Kingdom. The regal fabric is known as our or their indigenous lace, made from hand-woven cotton, and the horsetail signifies the dignity of the Queen of Benin. Nigeria. Next we have Hayat Anai from Reunion Island. This national costume represents the tropic bird. The tropic bird is at all tropical islands of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Ocean. This white dress, it is one of the most wonderful and elegant seabirds. At Reunion Island, the species is protected and can be found everywhere on the island. That is why this is her emblem of her beautiful island, Reunion Island. Up next we have our candidate from Rwanda, Paulette Dekwe. This national costume is called Ishabure. It is designed in the shade of green, which means environment, and red rose, which is their national flower. The rose may look small, but it can be big enough to save our Mother Earth. Once again, our candidate from Rwanda. Next is our candidate from Sierra Leone, Janatu Sasa. This is the national costume of Sierra Leone, designed with her country's national flag bearing the colors green, white, and blue. It indicates love, unity, freedom, and justice. It includes the skin of an animal, traditional raffia and palm, which are very important in her country. Ladies and gentlemen, our Miss Earth from Sierra Leone. Next is Azaya Wadi from South Africa. This echo warrior glistening with gold represents the heart of the South African economy. South Africa remains the custodian of the world's second largest gold resources globally. the glistening gold emerges the majestic protein. The various species of the glorious and majestic protein run down the left side of this liquid gold gown, with the king protein showing its majestic beauty at the left shoulder. The proteins have been glorified with close to 2,500 Swarovski crystals, hand attached by her dear mother. The protein received its name from the Greek mythology. The beautiful protein flower got its name because of its interesting petals. A flower that represents change, diversity, and hope. South Africa. Next we have South Sudan. A Sarabulan Panchol. These beads are known to be the most expensive jewelry in the South Sudanese culture. Unfortunately, money cannot afford it. It can only be bought by cows as a symbol of wealth and heritage. It is worn by a virgin woman as a sign of growth and beauty, ready for recognition and marriage. South Sudan. Our next candidate is from Zambia, Venus Vlahakis. This costume is a representation of the beauty and the rich, diverse culture of the Zambian people. It is made of different beads representing the 73 different languages spoken in Zambian. The bright colored beads also represent the Zambian flag, which symbolizes the beautiful and peaceful nature of the people. The headpiece is worn by most of the royal Zulu women during the ceremony. They are the women who reign in the kingdom of grace and pride against all the odds of patriarchy that faces them. To champion the cause of Miss Earth, protection of the earth, the costume is made out of eco-friendly materials. Designed by Filipino designer Carl Andrade Carmelo Designs, based in Los Angeles, California. Zambia. From Zimbabwe, we have Mona Lisa Zero. Her dress is inspired by the wildlife in her country, and it advocates on the protection of the wildlife preservation. They also host the Big Five Animals of Africa, which is shown at the top of her dress. She wants to say that the elephants and the rhinos are mostly attacked because they provide ivory. The brown color represents the good healthy soils and the beauty of the brown-skinned people. The diamond stones represent all the minerals of Zimbabwe. And we can never protect Mother Earth until we see her beauty. Zimbabwe! From Africa, join me in traveling to the Americas, starting off with Florencia Fessler of Argentina. The national costume is inspired by the legend of Anahi, a young native who had a sweet voice, perhaps the most beautiful ever in those places. But she was also rebellious at those of her race and a lover of freedom like the birds of the forest. One day she was taken prisoner, and at the same time, his destiny was sealed forever, condemned to die the stake. At dawn in a forest glade, the chi was shown in bloom, and they were inspired by this design by Nestor Rubelli and Hugo Vera. Argentina. Next we have Bolivia, Fernanda Castello. This allegorical costume of Fernanda Castello represents the untamed spirit of the Chiquitanians, who despite the adversity of the wildfires to which their forests drive, are still standing and don't give up against anything. They fight against the misfortune, they defend their land, their flora and fauna. The dress contains a diverse group of wild animals that inhabit the affected zones, such as cougars, macaws, toucans, armadillos, and monkeys, as well as leaves from leafy trees on the sides. On the head, she wears a radiant sun, which represents the optimism of their people. In hand, a cane of leadership from the San Jose grandparents. Designed by Rodolfo Pinto, this dress symbolizes the scream of hope of its people, who are certain that the forest will regenerate, that the animals will return to the site as always have been. Bolivia. Next we have Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Maria Gabriela Batistella. This national costume was inspired by the natural beauty of Brazil. The blue color represents their abundance of water, and the green color represents their nature. It represents the biodiversity of the Amazon rainforest, its fauna and flora.
Parang paru-paro na kahit pangalan na to. Pangalan.
Once again, Brazil. Next we have Miss Canada, Mattia Henderson. Canada is iconically recognizable because of the red maple leaf, standing for the true north, strong and free. You can see the strength of the interconnectedness of Canada through the ornate complexity of the Canadian autumn colors. All of the autumn colors, in a way, describe the many cultures and people who embrace Canada as their home.
Ganda. Go Matera. Friend mo din. Ay, lalo may yan tuloy.
Canada!
Chile?
Next we have Fernanda Medalist from Chile. This national costume represents the eternal eyes of Chile, the largest concentration of glaciers in Latin America. It is an ecological design because this costume is actually made out of 80% recycled materials. It consists of a nude color mesh with more than 6,000 boreal and clear Swarovski crystals.
Sakit ganda dito guys.
A crown is Swarovski crystal, world crystals, and applications of stones and silver and white terrace. The back was made by 100% of its recycled feathers, collected through a call by social network to all people who have this precious natural material. This national costume is also a wake-up call to the great drought that is currently happening in Chile. Made by its designer, Javier Montes. Once again, Chile! Next we have Colombia. Yedi Carrillo. This dress is inspired by one of the most representative dances of the Colombian culture, the cumbia. On it, you can see the beautiful flowers of her land, which represent the Colombian woman, an elegant and delicate woman with the most important protection of the flora and all the riches of this beautiful land. Its red color reflects the passion with which all Colombians defend their forests, their rivers, their oceans, and their flowers. This cumbia costume represents the garden of the world, Colombia. Next we have Linda Avila from Costa Rica. This is Princess Vega. In the land of the Vegas, there were different princesses. One of them, the most resplendent, was the daughter Hakichi. She was represented and loved because of her indigenous subjects. Knew that she was one who took care of their wealth and the welfare of the tribe, and without it, her life would be poor and without future. The suit is composed of crown, a loincloth, a bustier, and layers all in gold and blue. Designed by Jose Francisco Glez. Costa Rica. Next we have Dorca Evangelista from Dominican Republic. This national dress is inspired by the Marine Carnival of Rio San Juan, Cameroon. As an aspiring marine biologist, it is quite an honor to be able to represent the creatures of the ocean while she honors her national culture. The Marine Carnival takes place from February 22 to 24 of every year. The inspiration is the beauty and fauna of the Caribbean Sea. Dominican Republic. Next we have Antonella Paz-Marin from Ecuador. This cultural attire representing Ecuador is a fantasy costume. It is a symbol that keeps the spiritual greatness of the country, heroism of their people. It represents their honor, justice, and entrepreneurial spirit of their people. biodiversity in plant species, highlighting the women of Guadeloupe by that beautiful, bright color. Guadeloupe. Please welcome Pracinabarhi from Guatemala. This national costume was inspired by the biodiversity of the flora in Guatemala, with special emphasis on the white nun, thus highlighting its beauty and uniqueness. The reason for the physical beauty of the white nun comes largely from the genetic deficiency that causes it to lose the pink or purple pigmentation with which it is born, and makes its petals have a deep, pure white color. Among its attributions within the Mayan culture is a representation of fertility. It has been their national symbol since 1933. Likewise, laws and regulations were created to achieve its presentation, preservation, and prevent its extinction. Guatemala. Next we have Vega from Guyana. Guyana's national costume is a representation of the Queen Victoria Amazonica, stemming from the name of their national flower, the Victoria regia, or Victoria Amazonica lily. She is the protector of all the floral life in Guyana, but favors the Victoria regia as its strong and resilient flower that grows in the hardest conditions. She's royal and fairy-like in appearance and possesses elements of the flower, such as its petals, leaves, and the flower itself. Ladies and gentlemen, Guyana. From Haiti. The national costume of Haiti is a reminder of the dress style of Her Majesty, Anaconda, Queen of the island, today called as the island of Haiti. Its name means fleur d'or, and she fought all of her life for freedom. This costume reflects the beauty and courage of the woman. So it is worthy to be born by Mother Earth, who too has to fight, not for freedom this time, but for her island. This outfit is designed by Haitian designer Jenny Tage. Haiti. Next we have Rita Velasquez of Honduras. The jaguar, the sacred animal of the ancient Mayan culture, symbol of power and war, protector of an eye and his fight against the evil beings of the underworld. Used in various clips, sculptures, paintings that experience the importance of this belief in their Mayan ancestors and demonstrate the relevance of the jaguar in the ancient Mayan culture. This being the inspiration for this allegory, adorned with a gold color and red crystals and emerald, framed with colorful plumage, turning it into a theatrical fantasy that pays tribute to the protective being of man over the powers of the underworld. Designed by Danilo Garcia from Honduras. Honduras. Next we have Hillary Montes from Mexico. This national costume called the Zon embraces the back god and protective mother of nature. Hand embroidered with precious stems, wooden beads, millenary pre-Hispanic seeds, Swarovski crystals, and artificial exotic colors designed by Ruben Francisco Hernandez. Mexico. Next we have Mariana Fuentes from Panama. Panamanian designer Abdul Julia has created this beautiful fantasy inspired by the Pearl Archipelago, highlighting the natural beauty of this beautiful Panamanian archipelago with thousands of pearls and Swarovski crystals. The costume is designed to highlight the figure, completely handmade by this designer. Next we have Luciano Dynasty Reposi from Paraguay. This costume represents the broad Paraguayan flora, where different diversity and colors are predominant, bringing the likeness and especially the colors of their national flower, the passion flower. And did you know that this beautiful costume was made by no other than our beautiful candidate from Paraguay herself? Wow. Yes, she made this costume herself. Next we have Alexandra Caceres Drago from Peru. She is the defender of the Amazon, woman of mythological vision, demonstrating courage and fierceness, as well as the skill to face the destruction of the jungle, its fauna and flora, as the warrior challenges the anti-ecologists to preserve their environment by achieving worldwide awareness, by not destroying their beautiful home. And did you know that this costume was made out of recycled materials and non-toxic elements for the care of our world. Designed by the Garland, we have Peru. Next we have Medalist of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's national costume is inspired by the majestic native Puerto Rican parrot, the Amazona vitata, which is sadly also endangered. This dress was made with hand-carved wood cuts, which created a base where thousands of Swarovski stones were applied to. The fans created to simulate the plumage of the parrot are feathers of recycled cloth, painted in green. All this with the purpose of giving the majestic impression of the parrot. The bodysuit is made out of sequins, crystal embroidery, and details of earrings and transparencies to accentuate the silhouette. Designed by Natalie Jahaziel. Puerto Rico. Next we have Amanda Davis from the USA. The USA's national flower is the rose, which is valued for their rich and varied colors, their petal texture, and the representation of celebration of life and love. The rose goddess protects their nation's flowers to allow her to provide medicinal services to the people and environment of this planet. She is bold, vibrant, and like her mother Earth, she is resilient. She is the rose goddess. USA. Next we have Talisha White representing the U.S. Virgin Islands. According to her, there is no denying that the Virgin Islanders love the carnival, which is why it's home to not one, but 3 celebrations, including the second largest in the Caribbean. These month-long celebrations feature parades with steel drums, bands, colorful costumes, bucko jumpies, calypso shows, and lots of festival foods. This costume represents the fun and colorful costumes unique to Caribbean Carnival, which celebrate the culture, heritage, and ethnic diversity of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And finally, for the Americas, please welcome Michelle Roxana Castellanos, representing Venezuela. This creation highlights the beauty of the Venezuelan woman, highlighting the roots of their indigenous ethnicities, starting in elaborate leather mesh, where the Laredo designers, Nobel designers Jesus de Hoy and Christopher Lucena from JK Diseños represent in turn the riches of this prodigious country, highlighting in its chest the dome of the cathedral of the city of the Barquisimeto, with a work of exquisite imagination, managing to integrate in design the fine goldsmith and artistic lines that stand out in fantasy. The 4 elements of the country and our planet: earth, water, fire, and air, on which herds of butterflies originating in South America rest. They form the stylized wings that symbolize the brotherhood and therefore children of the same mother. Oceania, starting off with Susan Downs of Australia. A hand-painted national costume inspired by golden wattle flowers, and it is made out of tulle fabric and cut birds of painted leaves and flowers, accentuated with stones on the edge. When in flower, the golden wattle displays the national colors, green and gold. As one species of a large genus of flora growing across Australia, the golden wattle is a symbol of unity. Wattle is ideally suited to withstand Australia's droughts, winds, and bushfires. The resilience of wattle represents the spirit of the Australian people. In recent times, the golden wattle has been used as a symbol of remembrance and reflection. On national days of mourning, for example, Australians are invited to wear a sprig of wattle. The golden wattle has been used in the design of Australian stamps and many awards in the Australian honor system. A single wattle flower is the emblem of the Order of Australia. Once again, Australia. Next we have Malathorn from Cambodia. Cambodia's national costume named Kep Rupto, or Rupto Goddess, is a carefree princess who lives happily in a forest full of rupto flowers, overflowing with a sweet scent and aroma. It is the symbol of the Kingdom of Cambodia. The flower has 3 petals, like fan wings, firm but smooth. The nature of this flower looks strong yet delicate, which is the precious value of the man-woman that is gentle but not tender. On her back, there is a large rupto flower design reflecting more deeply the value, which is valued by the Khmer ancestors and carved in the ancient Khmer temples. And it shows that this royal bouquet will always be carried on in the progress of the Khmer civilization. This was designed by Madame Boutique Ami. Once again, Cambodia. Next we have Wen Shanhu from China. China is the home of porcelain. The design of this dress comes from the famous Chinese porcelain blue and white porcelain, which has 2 basic tones, blue and white. This national costume uses the unique lines of blue and white porcelain to outline these beautiful flowers, which is the national flower of China, the peony. The peony is a kind of ornamental flower which symbolizes wealth, happiness, and enthusiasm. It is also known as the national color and fragrance because it is large and fragrant. Today, Miss China is here to show everyone the history and grace of her country. China. Next we have Zyrbeck from Fiji. This national costume represents the Fijian culture. This costume represents the many cries of more than 300 islands in Fiji. That represents the voice of Mother Nature, grandmothers, mothers, and daughters as they all plead to mankind for their actions. The grass skirt represents her culture, as worn by men and women during traditional ceremonies. The top is made of candana leaves that is symbolizing the unity of its people and celebrating the diversity of culture in Fiji as a multi-racial country.
Search yung pinapanood ng iba dito. Ano siya?
Once again, Fiji. Next we have Sydney Shea Paulson from Guam. Blessed with warm temperatures and good soil, Guam is a place where people can live in utmost harmony with nature. This costume is a representation of the diverse flora of their land that when combined together can create magic to the naked eye. Diverse and unified. That is her small, majestic country. Guam. Next we have Yuka Itoku from Japan. This costume is made of Japanese traditional fabric called the Pracinabarhi. This fabric has been loved by Japanese people since 5 BC and known as a symbol of universal beauty in Japan for a long time. The pattern of this dress means it lasts forever. So the designer of this dress made it to pray for eternal world peace. The pattern of the jacket, which is called noshi, is known as a good luck, so the designer also made it for the eternal happiness of the world. Japan. Next we have Altine Asanova from Kazakhstan. This costume was created to chant the beauties of the national flower, the tulips. The tulips have always been a true inspiration for Kazakh art and culture. Tulips can be seen in all the paintings and national designs. Tulips are the only flowers that could survive a harsh climate in Kazakhstan. So, only tulips brought color, beauty, and hope and joy to the mountains. Important to mention, Kazakh people have never plucked the tulips from the ground, as they said. Girls are the beauty of the world. Flowers are the beauty of nature. Let them glow and inspire the world. Kazakhstan. Next we have Hee Jun-woo from Korea. This hanbok is Korean traditional attire from ancient Korean people. It is one of the most famous characteristics of hanbok, which is its vivid colors and straight and curved lines. The beauty of the hanbok is in its clean, artistic lines and vibrant colors. Hanboks are custom made to enhance beauty and minimize the flaws. Tejaswini Manokna from India. India's national costume depicts a divine female energy. An empowered woman in the form of the Bharat Mata, meaning Mother India, with attributes and powers of a warrior goddess Durga, who combats good over evil. Holding high the national flag symbolizing sacrifice, peace, and prosperity. The multiple hat shows if a woman is empowered, she can benefit society in multi-directional ways. Shouldered with lotus, the national flower of India, which symbolizes knowledge, divinity, and importance of flora and fauna protecting biodiversity. She also has a triumphant weapon, or the trishul, of goddess Durga in front, poised to kill the demon. Dr. Manogna chose to depict this traditional weapon to kill the modern demon called air pollution, water pollution, and plastic. Taking her advocacy forward, let's kill the pollution before it kills us. India. Next we have Cynthia Rani from Indonesia. The enggang, or hornbill, are birds that are considered a symbol of purity, strength, empowered by the Dayak place of Borneo on the island of Indonesia. All ornaments of the Dayak tribe are decorated with feathers of hornbills. Hornbills, which translates into burung enggang in Indonesia, have become the identity and pride of the Dayak people. However, the forest fires that have recently taken place in Borneo seem to be a firm reminder of the importance of maintaining ecological balance. The main color of the national costume is brown and portrays how arid the forests have become after the fire occurred. With this national costume, Miss Earth Indonesia 2019 hopes to restore the forests in Borneo by reminding people of the importance of the forests to maintain an ecological balance in order to
Naikot ko yung
protect
camera.
all the flora and fauna.
Naikot ko yung camera. Okay yung... Sorry po.
Indonesia.
Okay
Next we have
Wag, bawal daw po eh.
from
Parang
Israel.
pag ganun ayaw na lang ano. Kailangan pa diretso lang.
This beautiful dress was handmade by no less than her mother. A piece of art designed specially for her national costume competition. It is a modern version of a traditional Palestinian costume that combines the Israeli Palestinian style and colors to symbolize peace. Aprons bride wearing golden bracelets and the golden points decorating the body of the bride with a red ruby golden necklace that intensifies the bride's beauty.
Sikat na ako siya. Tanginan na talaga.
Na-flip yung camera. Napunta sa mukha. Na-flip niya yung camera. Sana ka mabay ka.
Sikat na ako. Ang dami. Oh my God. No.
Isang flip pa dyan.
Israel.
May ikaw na nga. Ang dami na nagko-comment. Mamayla. Sorry po.
Next we have Nur Tazia from Malaysia.
Ayun, oh.
In old Shishi where everything is gone because of natural disaster and all the victims was saved by Noah's Ark. Noah sent a pigeon to find a safe place to live after a long waiting. Then the pigeon came back with this piece of small chalk and a leaf. is a symbol of hope and healing of the earth. This is a symbol of peace and of love.
Nakita ka daw ulit.
Sana kumaway ka.
Ano? Putok sa bus ko.
Isang flip pa nga, sama mo kami.
Malaysia. Next we have Azaya Togokian from Mongolia. This warrior queen dress from the 13th century was tailored into modern fashion. During the 13th century, Mongolian queens used to put their hair into the portman. And this represents that their soul linked to Mother Nature. The golden thread of the dress expresses fire, nature, and Mother Earth. Mongolia. Next we have Vega from Myanmar.
Ayan!
This national costume represents Queen Pantwa, also known as Princess Tonmala, and was the queen regnant of Vega, one of the ancient cities of Q Kingdom. She was a strong spiritual lady of war and fame. Pantwa is referring to the beautiful in 3 ways within one day.
Mama na yan, mama na yan. Kala ko papanain si Edmond. Hindi, sinusutan na. Kahit
Yung target.
beer.
job. Next we have Ria Basnick from Nepal. Her costume is inspired by their colorful national bird, the dumpling, or the Ayapaporus, popularly known around the world. Her national costume highlights their country's richness and diversity. Their national anthem, written at the top in their own script, glorifies their unity and diversity through their brave and colorful history. The richness of their traditional art and culture is represented at the top of the costume through massive truss handcrafted and hand-painted in wood. The back of the costume is glowing with their national flower, the rhododendron, found mostly in hilly and Himalayan region. And did you know that this costume took 34 days to assemble? And it consists of over 2,000 handmade feathers, which were individually cut, stitched, and painted. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nepal. Next we have Sean Kapeen from New Zealand. This naturally handmade piece is made out of muta and karakeke, which are the natural fibers found in flax in her country. It represents the struggles of turmoil Mother Earth has gone through and how it is changing all the time. This design is close to her heart because it portrays the natural beauty of New Zealand with vibrant greens representing our Mother Earth and, of course, their national flower, the kauai. The kauai has medicinal values for their people, and also the nectar is a main source of food for their natural bird life. This national costume was designed by Douglas Watt. Next we have Leone Guerrero from the Northern Marianas. From the Paradise Islands of the Marianas is a beautiful flower known as the, can you guess? The birds of paradise. This floral contributes to the captivating and diverse tropical environment that the Northern Marianas possess. Its warm and humid climate allows flora such as this one to grow and beautify the islands. Further symbolizing how our country has grown and blossomed from hardship and destruction, climate change has brought to the land and the people. Its vibrant colors, orange, symbolizes resiliency. Yellow symbolizes honor. And red symbolizes the strength, which are all representations used to describe the surroundings and the people from her beautiful country. Northern Marianas. Next we have Pauline Tibola of Papua New is inspired by the diverse culture of Papua New Guinea. The full attire is made and consists of materials from the 4 regions of Papua New Guinea: Southern Islands, New Guinea Islands, and Montes. The full attire is made from natural fiber with no, yes, 0 artificial items. The main feature of the attire are the pandan sleeves woven together. There are 2 types used in this costume: the headpiece and the main bodice.
Ayan na, umikot na naman.
This attire has been made and stitched together entirely by hand. The ropes used to stitch up the garment come from the Maran province in the Montes region, made of the repa plant, a type of cactus. The top and cloth embellishments of the skirt and headpiece come from the southern bark of a mulberry tree. The consistency of the colors and fiber plus construction is inspired by the beautiful people of Papua New Guinea. And now, from the Philippines, team.
Hati-hati ha. Hati-hati. Diba?
Miss Philippines is wearing a national costume that represents the mother of all Philippine festivals, the Ati-Atihan, a feast held annually in January in the honor of the Santo Niño, the infant Jesus, held every 3rd Sunday of January in the town of Calibo. The name Ati-Atihan means to be like Atis or to make believe Atis, the local name for the Aita Aborigines. The festival consists of tribal dance, music, accompanied by indigenous costumes and weapons, and parades along the streets. It is also accompanied by the religious practice of the Kakaba. It has inspired many other Philippine festivals, including the Sinulog Festival of Cebu and the Dinagyang of Iloilo City. Philippines. Next we have Garland from Singapore. The inspiration for the design of Singapore's national costume comes from the uniquely Singapore campaign. Singapore is a multiracial and multicultural country, consisting of various ethnicities united as one Singapore. The main dress is a cheongsam, which is the traditional dress of the Chinese, while the embellishments are used to depict the vibrant colors seen during the Indian Holy Festival. And then, the headdress, it is reminiscent of a traditional headpiece worn by the Malays during their festivals. Singapore is also known as a clean and green city, brimming with beautiful greenery. This is depicted by the lush flowers on a dressed out cake. A blending of cultures, that's Singapore. Here's Tiapar from Thailand. Thai language, nation language, Thai identity. Thailand has so many beautiful things. One of the unique heritage is the Thai language. Their language has been used for over 700 years. Being Thai, They are very proud of their culture, lifestyle, nature, and speaking their own language. The inspirations of this national costume is from their beautiful culture and their language. The designer has combined Thai traditional costume and accessories. The materials to make this costume were used and recycled materials. This dress conveys the beautiful culture of Thailand, its unique language, and the idea of maximizing the use of recyclable materials in making beautiful art.
Ano na? Okay na, luminaw na doon. Nakita namin.
Okay na.
Okay na doon, okay na.
Okay po.
Sawadee and Pupunta, Thailand. Next we have Titania from Tonga. This headpiece is made from a traditional Tongan kapa that they use to make their finest mats, along with harvested coconut skin, bind it together with a plant that is important in their culture that we call, or they call, loaka. This headpiece is worn with pride to show that she is proud to be called a Tongan. This plant has been in their culture for years and has been made to use most of their finest clothing. The belt is made from mother of pearl. The mother of pearl represents the Pacific Ocean, where the country is located. She wears this dress today to show the significance of where she comes from and where she was born. Her home. This necklace she's wearing right now is handcrafted and designed by her mother. Once again, our beautiful candidate from Tonga. Next we have Quang Han from Vietnam. She's wearing the national dress of Vietnam, inspired by the ao dai and the lotus flower. This dress has two opposing images. One part is like a strong warrior. The other part is a feminine one. There are 5,000 crystals on the top of the dress. You can see the beautiful scenery of the northwestern Vietnam. 3D painted on the dress. There is also an impressive lotus pond on the side of the dress.
Meron ang galing siya. Ayun na. Matapos siya.
Okay naman, ulit.
Letter ba?
Research eh.
Vietnam. That completes our group from Asia and the Pacific. Now, please welcome our groups from Europe, starting off with Ricky Sarchan from Armenia. One of the most prominent measures of expressing and maintaining cultural identity of a country is its traditional dress. The Armenian traditional dress is called a karas. It has many influences throughout the centuries. It has its aesthetic value since ancient times. Being adapted to the climatic conditions and ethnic environment, the national dresses have been classified by class, gender, and region, becoming the symbol of tribal, gender, class identity. The final element of the costume is this headdress. This dress is designed by Leone from Terrian Cultural Center. Armenia. Next we have Melanie Gassner from Austria. This dress is the traditional feminine dress worn in Austria, outwear, and Südtirol. It is a type of top which is based on traditional clothing of the Alps peasants. Dresses that are loosely based on the term are known as the landhouse mode, or the country-inspired fashion. Austria. Next we have Alyssa Manana from Belarus. This Swan Princess costume was inspired with the images of the Swan Princess from the Slavic folklore, the famous painting by Vega. The symbol of Slavic girlish beauty, grandeur, and mysterious charm of fabulous beauties is embodied in a beautiful image. In Slavic mythology, the swan refers to be revered, holy birds. The beauty of this bird gave rise to many legends about lady swans. They own the secret of the drink of immortality, the fabulous white swan, the owner of living water and rejuvenating apples. Belarus. Next we have Cara Van Gogh from Belgium. Jan van Eyck, Belgian painter, is being portrayed in this life's work and most famous painting. This painting has been in the Louvre since 1805 in Paris, and 1435 is the year that the painting was made by the painter. Belgium. Next we have Jela Koralje from Bosnia and Herzegovina. This national costume is inspired by Bosnian national dance, and high status culture. It is designed with handmade golden thread. Flower details represent the national flower of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This national costume is worn on holidays, weddings, and festivals, and it continues to stun people with a sophisticated and elegant design. This makes it more fascinating and attractive because of the rich cultural heritage of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Next we have our candidate, Anastasia Lebedew from Crimea. This is an imperial outfit. This national costume was created taking into the history of the Roman dynasty, or the Romanov dynasty. Crimea is rich in architectural monuments as the estate of the Grand Dukes of the Romanov dynasty and the Russian Emperor Nikolai II. The dress with the flow is designed with the colors of the flag of Crimea, decorated with gel painting, embroidered with Swarovski crystals. And this image is complemented by the headdress in the form of the imperial crown, made in the same color scheme. It is also rich in diverse flora and fauna, and the flowers of this beautiful land are represented on this national costume. Crimea. Next we have Nera Nikolic from Croatia. It's a part of the cultural heritage of Croatian history. They have an unusually wide array of different costumes. Until the middle part of the 19th century, it was worn mainly by the population in rural areas. This costume was woven by hands, and the interesting thing is that there was a time was the men who weaved. The embroidery was additionally made in dark red, black, blue, green, and more recently purple, after the cloth was cut and sewn. Rare people are indifferent to the beauty of the full costume because just like the trees in the forest, this has its own color scheme. Croatia. Next we have Clara Ruskova from Czech Republic. This costume represents the three colors of their flag, white, red, and blue. The upper part can be laid out in many ways. At first, we can imagine a large flower which blooms as our earth. Second time as wings, which give us hope for taking off and heading to a better tomorrow. And the third as a shield, which protects our entire world from all the evil. The lower part consists of a floating white cloak which is dotted with flowers as a typical Czech flower meadow. Many people look only at the problems caused by the earth. But it's also nice to remember that hope is dying and we need to be positive. The whole costume is feeling like one large growing and evolving flower. Czech Republic. Next we have Sarah Gillen from Denmark. The Danish flag is being represented in this national costume. Danish flag is the oldest continuously used national flag in the world. It is said that this year is its 800th year. There is a banner sporting a white cross that fell miraculously from the sky as Danish crusaders were losing a fierce battle against pagan and Estonian tribes. Then, the Danish battle was won. This costume showcases the land of preservation and flora at its finest. The true English details highlight her body features. This dress was created by Filipino designer Carl Arcusa. England. Next we have Montes from France. French charm and elegance have been part of the European culture since the beginning of time. The cabaret is an elegant way to express joy, charm, and beauty, feathers and glitter to let live French magic for a short time. But it is even better to wear these goddess dressed in the colors of their homeland, blue and red, representing the revolutionary period, white being the royal color. Colors symbolizing the revolt of the ancestors to obtain their human rights, having influenced the rest of the world. Colors of which they are proud to bear the history of the Republic. Colors that they are proud to wear, hand on heart, expressing their most cherished rights, freedom, equality, and fraternity. France. Next we have Pracinabarhi from Germany. Her national costume was designed to show the importance of trees to our planet, and it represents Germany's national tree, the oak tree. It is made out of recyclable materials and was designed by German designer Anastasia Farielli. Germany. Next we have Leone from Hungary. This costume was completely handmade, and this national costume color represents the Hungarian flag. The flowers symbolize a sign of wealth in their ancient tradition. Hungary. Now put your hands together for Letizia Bencoco from Italy. Her dress is in the modern revision of drop-sole bows of Italian pension. The fabrics used are ecological and sustainable materials. And she chose the pink color because it symbolizes the woman. Italy. Next, we have Alexia Polita from Malta. The colors of the national costume represent the flag of Malta, which are white in the hoist and red in the flag. The Maltese crosses, 8 points, denote the 8 obligations or aspirations of the knights. namely, to live in the truth, have faith, repent one's sin, give fruit of humility, love justice, be merciful, be sincere and wholehearted, and to endure persecution. The wings represent the fact that the Malta, or the country, is in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and it is always described as the angel of the seas by serving both the European and African continent. This beautiful outfit was designed by Henry Vassalio. Malta. Next we have Nicoleta Rakovic from Montenegro. The culture of the present-day Montenegro is mesmerizing, just as Montenegro's magnificent history and geographical position dictate. Montenegrin folk costume is extremely rich. Elegant models, combination of bright colors with rich gold embroidery. To fit the costume, the embroidery is gold, which makes the traditional costume of Montenegro one of the most beautiful in Europe. It takes about 3 months, wow, 3 months, for a male and female folk costume designer to make these costumes in Montenegro.
3 months?
Next we have Nikki Payne from the Netherlands. This national costume is based on the Dutch national flower, tulip. Each color of a tulip has its own meaning. She's wearing the purple tulips today, which stands for royalty. The Netherlands is very famous for their king, Willem Alexander and Queen Maxima. She's very proud to represent her beautiful kingdom, the Netherlands. Again, the Netherlands. Next we have Shannon from the Northern Ireland. Did you know that she actually made this costume to represent and celebrate Erin, the Celtic goddess of the healing arts? She was a member of the Tuatha De Danann, the most ancient race of deities in Ireland. Goddess Erin is revered as a master herbalist and magician who respected and practiced the art of nature. The colors represent her country's 50 shades of green, and that the climate preserves the natural lush vegetation which dominates the countryside. Ireland's lush green landscape is the reason why they are identified as the Emerald Isle and the gold-faced reference to the gods and the flag, Northern Ireland. Next we have Christina Sokolowska from Poland. This dress was designed and made by the Polish company Tusala, which creates traditional Polish Highlanders costumes. The fabric is printed in a floral pattern which is classical for this region. On her hat, she wears a wreath of artificial rowan, which is used in Poland for medicine. In her skirt, you can appreciate their national flower, the poppy, which they use for medicine and the kitchen. The red color represents the blood of their soldiers that battled the Second World War, and the green color represents the nature, ingredients, Portugal. This dress represents the Medalist tradition that is passed on from generation to generation. The Valentine handkerchiefs. It was a habit for girls in love to embroider her handkerchief and give it to her beloved when he was gone. On the Valentine's handkerchiefs, he embroidered poems, in addition to several drawings, some patterns, and having their own symbols. If the boyfriend did not use the scarf publicly, then that's the sign that they have started or decided not to start the love affair. This tradition has remained until today and is currently one of the symbols of Portugal. This beautiful dress was designed by Garland. Once again, Portugal. Next we have Anna Bakshiba, representing Russia. This national costume is made in the image of the princess. It personifies the subtle, fragile soul of a girl in Russia who, as a mother, gives people love and protection. White and blue are the colors of the suit, which symbolize purity, joy, and renewal. The image of this dress shows the whole inner world of the girl and the reflection of the Russian soul.
Ella no.
Russia. Next we have our beautiful candidate from Serbia, Vega. This ethnic dress is one of the most valuable and beautiful creations of their cultural heritage. It is only known on the basis of preserved collections of clothing items in the first decades of the 20th century. It is characterized by a great variety of forms, trimmings, ornaments, and colors. The wealth is obvious in men's clothes, but more so in women's clothes. Both of which were created as a result of a collective understanding of belonging to the community, accompanied by a demonstration of individual learnings and skills based on heritage and tradition. Serbia. Next we have Pracinabarhi Cobra from Slovak Republic. On the formation and development of costumes, this was influenced mainly by religion and employment. There are different costumes at each occasion, such as wedding, work, and others. The status of the family, whether you're single, married, or widowed, are also very important. At the turn of the 19th and 20th century, the Slovak costume had about 60 variants and some varieties. The fast change of political and economic and social conditions graduated the change from the national to urban costumes. This type of national costume is one of the most richly decorated Slovenian costumes. Women's costumes consist of a long silk dress, which can be of different colors: blue, green, red, brown, and gray. It also has a silk scarf and silk black apron. This costume is also a sign of affluence and was made mainly by wealthier farmers and wealthy gentlemen. Slovenia. Next we have Sonia Hernandez from Spain. The beauty of the carnation flower. This is the result of the collaboration of two Filipino artists, Jason Carl Morris and Edgar Jaramillo, inspired by the national flower of Spain, which is the carnation. They focused on the national flower of Spain and they wanted to see like the goddess and goodness of all the flowers of the whole earth can give colors to everyone in the world. They customized each detail of the gown, from gems to flowers, to showcase the power and the beauty of the earth. They also want to showcase how beautiful the natural elements of the earth are, and to show that we need to protect them through appreciation of each flower in our planet. Once again, Spain. And capping off our European group, we have Diana Shamos from Ukraine. This stylish vishnegonka is named the King Bird. Contrasting colors and authentic Ukrainian motif best emphasize originality and femininity. The colors of the dress have a special symbolism. Yellow is the color of joy and wheat, abundance and wealth. And the deep black has long been a symbol of fertility. It is also decorated with peacock birds. Peacock is a fire bird that carries the solar energy of development. Also, the peacock is a symbol of youth and family happiness. The Ukrainian wreath is a type of wreath which is traditional in their culture. Finally, that's Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for all the 85 delegates of Miss Earth 2019. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the beautiful show that we have for you this evening. Did you learn a lot? I learned a lot. So I hope you learned a lot. At this point, I would like to give our special thanks to Vista Land for providing our elevator hall for tonight. And also special thanks to the next insurance agency for providing our lights and sound system. Also, for those of you who enjoyed the
Try natin. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much.
Uy, sanya pa, uwi na.
We would also like to thank the Hawaii Asian Rum. Thank you for the beers
Ano
and
oras na
seating
pwede?
your guests or your tables as we're hiding it. And of course, some sparkling water, which were almost the same way for our
Hindi, ano sabi ng ma'am mo?
Once again,
Ano
so
oras na
thanks
pwede?
to our sponsors. Tyler Hotel Philippines,
Then?
Partners in Manila, Joyous Small Hotel Suites. These
Ngayon pa lang.
special hotels.
Makatawa ka. Uy, bukas ka na umuwi. Doon ka matulog kay Laliad.
Pag bisa niya, papawin niya. Hindi.
transport which served as our official airport transport.
Baka ano, Port Dalabo pa.
Special thanks as well to the Dominican Chief of Salons, the official makeup artists, and hairstylists of Miss Earth. Coco Life, Freelancer of Your Life, the official insurance provider, Miss Earth Foundation, setting legacy for beauty and responsibility. Kitco Travel and Tours, Century Park Hotel, being our gracious host for this evening, and Myra E. She magandang gabi with Myra E. sa Halagang And before we reveal our bronze, silver, and gold medalists for this evening that will be awarded by continent, I would like to call on stage Miss Princess Manzon to guide us in this beautiful ceremony, connecting our history, our culture, our heritage, and our souls, and the environment. This is Princess Liza Manzon. Good evening, everyone. Do you know what's in my hand? Do you guys know where chocolate came from? Yes. Or do you know what a chocolate looks like? Let me show you. It comes to our table, to stores, in a bar, right? Inside, very tasty chocolate. Do you know where it came from? It actually comes from a tree. And this is the pot. Inside this are beans. They're actually also very good. They taste very good. Would you guys want to try it? Have you tried the copper? So, we call this a cacao ceremony. It has actually been practiced thousands of years ago in the Mayan civilization. And they use this ceremony for spiritual and medicinal practice. And you might be wondering why we're doing this here in this Earth National Costume Competition. So I'd like to call on Ms. Karen Tabasco. She's around. To help us to tell us the relevance why we want to plant more trees, more cacao trees, and do more reforestation. Ms. Karen.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am so honored to be back on this very same stage. Last 2 years ago, I was here representing the Philippines, and I learned so much about the environment. And even after my reign, I continue being an advocate for the Leone, Philippines, and also the youth ambassadors of the Climate Change Commission. Which sent me to the very first UN Youth Climate Summit last September 21 in Leone headquarters in New York City. I could still remember the one who gave the opening remarks that mentioned something about the IPCC, 1.5 degrees Celsius, which is so real. That is the limit or global average temperature that we cannot see. That's why each and every one, that's why we have this Earth, because we want to share the environmental advocacies in so many areas. Now, learning about so many things in the environment, what we can do is actually, one of the things is reforestation, which, see, we're going to make the trees also grasp the soil, at the same time absorbs all the carbon dioxide and gives oxygen to us. And that leads to agriculture, which is why we're here. At the same time, it leads to food security and sustainability. With that, I would love to give the mic once again to Princess Cortez.
Thank you, Karen. Do we have our cacao ready? Is everyone been served? Our waiters are going around and serving everybody the cacao drink. Also, the ladies are joining us for our ceremony. So, cacao is actually a heart-opening plant. We use this during meditation,
we're living. So I'd like to invite everyone to please enjoy this drink and come back to nature. If you have the cup with you right now, please hold it in your hand. I'd like us to drink it all together.
Okay ng tanway doon sa kami sa labas na lipat.
Before you take a sip, holding it. With a big smile and love and light in your heart. Feel away from everyone.
Bebe,
You'd like to take a moment
tawag nito.
to smell
Hanggang ano bang
the early smell of your mouth. Bringing you back to your grandmother's house. Doesn't it? Yeah. It smells like home, yeah?
May lasing na.
Now raising the cup,
Amoy ko na nga eh.
I'd like to invite everyone to please close the eyes and open your hearts. How much do you love Mother Earth? How much are you willing to give for her? What are the things that you can't give up? It starts with me. Slowly bringing the cup closer to your mouth, taking a sip. With a big smile, you can open your eyes. Cheers, everyone, for Mother Earth. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I hope you'll bring some cacao love and love for Mother Earth this evening. Thank you.
Yung mga shoot dito sa labas sa sa inyo di galing.
Hindi kayo kumuha last time. Hindi kayo kumuha last time. Marami ako.
I got very much into the zone now. I can tell you about the health
Nakakalabas ka pa.
benefits
Oo
of
naman.
cacao. Just
Hindi
in
pwedeng
case
hindi.
you're wondering. So cacao is very good for the heart. It has a lot of magnesium. It's good for nerves, the muscles. And it's good for relaxation. If you want to relax, you drink a lot of cacao and you'll be feeling really good. It's high in feel good chemicals, and it helps you bring more endorphins and serotonin. And it also has a high content of iron and protein. So if you're thinking of going vegan or vegetarian, it's very good substitute for the not so good red meat that we keep on eating. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the talk, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Princess Mazon, for guiding us
Solid kasi yan.
and making us experience this very meaningful cacao ceremony. I haven't experienced that myself, but in the busyness of our lives, maybe once in a while we should have that moment to stop and meditate. And as promised, I would like to formally introduce to you the member of our board of judges. He's a broadcaster from ABS-CBN and a co-host of Mr. Dexter Leone of Montes TV and DZMM Teleradio. He's from the Ecuador Farm International Corporation. Once again, my big apologies, Mr. Jeffrey Hernandez. We are also grateful to the presence of our friends from the diplomatic community. And I'd like to acknowledge you one by one. His Excellency Leng Shoginap from Cambodia, with Mr. Il Korik, the ambassador's assistant. From Chile, you've met him earlier, His Excellency Jose Miguel Capdevila. From China, Ambassador Zhao Zhenhua. From Colombia, His Excellency David Eduardo Montoya Quirano, or my apologies, it's a Charge d'Affaires. From the Czech Republic, Her Excellency Jana Sadiba. From Indonesia, His Excellency Sinyo Hari Sarun Dajan. From Italy, we have His Excellency Giorgio Guglielmino. From Japan, we have His Excellency Koji Haneda. From Malaysia, His Excellency Norman bin Muhammad. From New Zealand, His Excellency David John Strachan. We have also representatives from the Nigerian embassy with Mrs. Neruka, Felicia, Obina, and Puka. We also have the Charge d'Affaires from Panama, Luana Pamela Lopez Amorim. From Papua New Guinea, Her Excellency Betty Palazzo. From Poland, we have the Charge d'Affaires, Jaroslaw Roman. I deeply apologize for the wrong pronunciation of your name. Mr. Skasipansky. Is that correct? Next, we have from Singapore, His Excellency Gerard Holwena. From Venezuela, we have Minister Council Royal Sayedi, or Royal Sayedi. And from Vietnam, we have His Excellency Lee Pok Chuan and Ru An Song. Of course, here in the Philippines, they have a huge part in protecting our country, but they don't only protect our security, they even push forward the environmental agenda. And I'm talking about our valiant men from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Noel Clement. Good evening, sir. Major General Erickson Gloria. Major General Antonio Parlada Jr. and Major General Glycerio G. Peralta from Vega. And let's give everyone yourselves a big round of applause for being part of this spectacular event of Miss Earth 2019. And I'm sure all of you are very excited to find out who are the winners for this year. Give me a moment. All right, I would like to present to you those who will award our winners for this evening. Joining me on stage to hand out our bronze medalists per continent, our Miss Earth, Angelia On, Miss Karen Vasco, and Tonkan from Leone. The silver medals will be awarded by our Miss Earth 2017 Karen Vasco, and the gold will be awarded by our reigning Miss Earth Tonkan. All right, our delegates indeed did a great job in having very meaningful costumes. And we begin with the bronze medalist for the Africa continent. Congratulations, Miss Nigeria.
Wow!
show you the screaming backstage.
Bakit? Bakit? Hindi ko alam. Okay, ako rin. Sa ano pala ito? Per continent? Okay.
Ano yan? Per continent.
Per continent, pwede.
Ano yan?
Pwede.
Yan yung magkakawal.
And now, the one who wowed all our judges with her ensemble this evening. Congratulations, our Miss Earth from Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, our medalists for the Africa continent. We have bronze, Miss Nigeria, silver, Miss Zambia, and gold, Miss Kenya. And now, let's have one final look with all our delegates who beautifully represented the beautiful Africa.
Ayaw dumikit. Yan. Narinig ka. Narinig tayo Closer pa.
Thank you, ladies. And once again, I'd like to call on stage the rest of our delegates from Africa to join our winners on stage.
Pwede na yan.
Akala ko tinin ko ako eh. Tumabi sa mga puti.
Uy, ano to?
Great job, ladies. You represented the continent very well tonight. Your countrymen are really proud.
Miss Earth 2019 National Costume Competition.
And now, before I announce,
Anong continent to? Africa. Representing Africa.
before I make the announcement for our winners for the Americas, I'd also like to acknowledge our
Kenya.
Miss Earth Air 2016, Michelle Gomez.
Zambia.
From Colombia. But I think she's becoming Filipino
Nigeria.
by the year or by the minute, by everything. All right. Congratulations to our bronze medalist, Miss Peru.
Peru. Peru panalo siya.
Our silver medalist is Panama.
Anong continent to? Anong continent to? Ha? Anong continent to?
Mamaya ulitin niya, mamaya.
Ulitin ba?
Es Chile. Congratulations.
Congratulations! Wow, nakapikit.
Alright, let's have one photo
Ay,
with
tayo
all
ah.
our winners for the Americas.
American. Ah,
Gracias, amigas. Now I'd like to call back on stage our beautiful ladies from the Americas. Once again, our ladies from the Americas.
okay. Miss Earth 2019 National Costume Competition, the ladies from America. Wow! Look at the costume. Very pretty. Wow! Wow, Brazil! Wow, Brazil! Canada! Wow, Canada!
A big round of applause
Ay! Careful!
to our ladies from the Americas. All is well. Ring up, ring up.
Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Honduras, USA,
Costa Rica!
Costa Rica,
Costa Rica!
And now we're ready to announce our winner for Asia and the Pacific. Our bronze medalist is. Hongkan, why don't you help me in announcing this? The bronze medalist is Vietnam! While we're waiting for our winner from Vietnam, I'd like to announce some of the activities of Miss Earth. Tomorrow they shall be having the long competition for the air group in Kansas City. There you have it, Miss Vietnam.
I'm looking at to Vietnam, huh? To Vietnam, yes. To Vietnam.
And next, our silver medalist for the national costume competition. Okay, Karen, please announce. Silver is Miss. Silver is Miss Philippines.
Maganda rin naman yung costume.
Ah.
Alright. Actually, Janelle has a surprise for everyone.
What?
You want to try it this time? Oh, it's done. Alright. Congratulations, Miss Philippines.
Surprise na kaya? Janelle! Janelle! Woo! Woohoo!
Kailangan
Gold goes to? Congratulations, Mongolia!
Tama yung sabi ko. Tama sabi ko. Tama nga. Tama, tama. Nakuha mo ah.
I think I see a lot of women really swooning over this song. Many of them want to wear your beautiful gown.
Closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top 3 winners for Asia.
Closer.
Congratulations, ladies. And now, let's also put our hands together for the ladies of the for Asia and the Pacific. Once again, ladies of Asia and the Pacific.
Sir 2019 National Costume Competition. Asia and the Pacific. Wow. Wow, beautiful costume.
Thank you very much to our ladies from Asia and the Pacific. And now we move on to Europe. All right, congratulations. Thank you. All right, we move on to our bronze medalists. Congratulations, Vega.
Anong konti?
Hindi ko alam.
The whole of
Ano na rin?
Europe
Europe.
are celebrating at the moment.
Ay. Last na ba? 4 lang ba yan?
Beautiful, beautiful costume.
Oh, wait.
Wala pa yung ano mo. Yung medal mo, wala pa. Mamadali si Ate.
It's not easy to carry this headdress on your head, so it takes a lot of balance. For our silver medalist, congratulations, Czech Republic!
May photo op na sila, oh.
Ako talaga ito.
The last time Czech Republic won a Miss Earth crown was in 2012 with Teresa Kaisela.
12.
Who's a mommy now? Yes. Vanessa. Congratulations, Miss Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
And our winner of the gold medal for tonight for the Europe group is who?
Russia.
Netherlands.
Every girl is a winner in their own right, but tonight, all the judges think that this lovely lady deserves the award. That is no other than Spain.
Ay! Mali kayo! Uy! Oo nga.
Here are the lovely winners for Europe.
Sorry. Thank you. Yan ang pinakamagandang ginawa nila. Bosnia! France! Serbia! Slovak! Slovenia! Ukraine! Woo!
Also, big round of applause to our Miss Earth beauties who joined us in our awarding for tonight.
Wala na.
Miss Earth 2015, Miss Angelia Ong. Miss Earth 2017, Miss Karen Dawson, our reigning Miss Earth Phongcan from Vietnam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, each activity that we finish brings us closer
Kaya mo na. Kaya mo ba? Kaya mo ba? Kaya mo ba? Pwede na.
And number 17, we shall also have the evening competition of the water group at Versailles Palace in Alabama. And October 19 will be the pre-judging of the intelligence at the Diamond Hotel Manila. On October 20 to 21, we will have the Miss Earth Flora of Mississippi Bay in Legazpi City. On October 22 and 23, we shall have the Miss Earth Flora Naga Fashion Show, long cap competition of the fire group, the Resorts Bar competition of the water group, and competition of the water group. And of course, the much-awaited grand coronation night will happen at the Cove Manila in Okada, Manila, and this will be shown live in Fox and streamed in our Facebook page, and will be shown in ABS-CBN Sunday's Best on October 27th. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your host. I am Catherine Montenegro. Thank you for helping us promote the message of Mother Earth. Remember, hashtag me and my tree. I leave you with this challenge of planting at least one tree. Maybe do it every time you're celebrating birthday, so you don't forget, alright? Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at the next International Costume Competition. Good evening. By the way, before you leave, ladies and gentlemen, there's an auction table right beside our